Hey now, and welcome to another episode of Grateful Gardens Landscaping here in beautiful Truckee, California. Our company specializes in everything outside. In this particular property, clients wanted an area to hang out with for the kids, an area for the adults, some parking for friends to visit, and a new inviting entryway. We also added drainage in the backyard, and then we completely fire hardened the whole property. About to prepare the area for the patio. This is a family with 3 really young kids, so we have a lot of practicality and purposeness in the useful areas. You want to create areas all around your yard that are little microclimates that someone can be using at some point in time, and kids will be down there playing, adults will be up here partying, right? Folks are going to come visit. They got a nice area to chill out with without always intruding into the guest's home. So multiple uses all the way around. That's what we're all about at Grateful Gardens. First we've got to do is get rid of the debris and get all of our grading down. And here the boys are doing exactly that. This particular contractor in the front yard left a lot of loose aggregate that's not acceptable. In the backyard, it was all pretty much solid sub-tierra soil. We want to build in all of our hardscapes, which in this project is really only a couple of retaining walls, all under 4 feet, so they all do not have to be passed by engineering standards. We bring in at least 6 inches of base. I particularly use a concrete washout base from our local concrete supplier. We screed out our base, so when we're done compacting this, all we need to do is then lay the 1-inch pipe down, and the boys screed that sand, and voila, you have the prep surface for pavers. The absolute most important thing with pavers is nailing your slope and grading first thing. Then as you lay your pavers, you're said and done. This is a soldier course that goes around the whole outside of the patio, retains everything. You can see here the guys are making the cuts as we go. And then lastly, we will put polymetric sand over the top of everything, vibroplate it. It'll go down into all the cracks and it just locks everything into place. Now with the backyard complete, we're going to focus our attention to the new walkway here at the front entry. There was an entryway made of asphalt, but it was at a slope. It had an off-angle slope to it, so it was a slip hazard. So what we did is we took out 2 feet of loose material, and then we brought in a lot of road base to bring our level back up, and we now know that we have a solid, secure foundation for the pavers to go down. Here the guys are laying some sand over the top. We have all our elevations done from the first time that we did that with the base. Now the guys just have to screed that sand right across the top and lay the pavers. With all projects, something always pops up that you didn't think about or was unknown in the beginning. And if you look here by that wheelbarrow, the edge of the pavers, there is no more support for everything. So we're going to rebuild that whole wall along the edge of the driveway and pavers. You saw the guys lay the whole field, then they pulled a little bit and laid the soldier course. On the front, since it's so curvy and archy like that, we lay the soldier course first, then we lay the middle of the field, bringing out the edges and doing the cuts as we go. We use a flexible aluminum edging with the spikes angled under the paver to retain and hold everything. And the last thing that we do is we put a polymetric sand over the top of the pavers. We vibroplate those in, and all that sand locks everything together for our final product. A trench with a nice flat bottom. Yeah, they're going to have lawn, they're going to have plants. So obviously we're going to do a couple zones for the lawn and a couple zones for the outer edges, trees and the shrubs. But what some homeowners like to do is have raised gardens. Some really like to have container gardens. And you need a separate irrigation system for those because you don't want those running off of your tree irrigation. So we here at Grateful Gardens, we'll put in 6, 7, 8 zones, whatever you need, 15 zones. I don't care how many zones you want, how big's the property. But what you should really think about as a landscaper is, do they run containers? Are they going to have a vegetable garden with raised gardens or an actual greenhouse? Cover all your water need for them and hard pipe it while we're here now. I want to put all the hard pipe in the ground so in 2-3 years if they want to add, it's already here. We actually were able to take a picture of all the irrigation when it was finally done before we backfilled it. This way giving the homeowner a clear picture of where his lines are on his lot. Irrigation should be done after all the main hardscaping is done. So our rock walls are finished, our patios and walkways are finished, the outline for the RV parking is all done, and now I have room to run all my hard pipe. most of this property is drip irrigation, and this particular point is the sod. So you can see that we have all the irrigation done. We have our funny pipes stubbed up where the heads are going to go for the lawn. The sod will be here, and voila, lawn, irrigation, done deal. You got to have a team. It takes a village to be successful, right? And this is just an incredible team of men and women. Now Kate is placing all the plants so the guys can dig them and get them in the ground, and then Alex will come around and do the irrigation. We only have maybe 50 plants going in the ground, and we're doing this in one day, so irrigation will happen in the afternoon. I want you to be really educated on the plants that you're putting in your yard need to be dug, the depth of the container, and then 2 or 3 widths wide of the container. Anytime you put a plant in the ground that is deeper than the container, you are going to get compaction, or that plant is eventually going to drop 2 or 3 inches as it settles. And once it settles, it's going to suffocate and die. So please make sure that your plants are up a little bit, and then mulch goes around that top part of the base of the plant of the container. When I came back, this tree's a little planted too low. So I had the guys lift this tree like 3 inches. Before that mulch was spread out over the top of the root ball, you could see that it was about 2 inches too low. Here it is, the product's all finished. Final product of the patio, our walkways, our dried creek beds. The house is completely retained in stones. We have no real fire danger on this property here. So thank you so much. We've accomplished so many goals for this family, and it was done by Grateful Gardens Landscaping right here in Truckee. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it, and please subscribe to our channel. This is Timmy C from Grateful Gardens Landscaping. You dream it, we can make it happen.